Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So something absolutely insane has just unfolded behind the scenes in the VSG voice chat. And honestly, it's a historical moment for this blockchain, for the community moving forward. And there's so much to look forward to. So before I start kind of giving you my perspective of what I'm thinking next, my next plays, and what I'm kind of planning on doing with VSG, let's have a listen to the moment of surprise.
Everything unmuted. Come on, that's it. Come on, unmute. Now, what I want you all to do is direct your eyes to the chat. Yeah, ready? Are you ready? Are we all watching the chat?
I'm not ready. You're giving me anxiety.
Ready.
My hands are sweating. I'm freaking out. What are you doing, man?
Ready? It's coming. It's coming. It's there. There's your burn. $1 million fucking dollars of VSG has just been fucking burnt.
Whoa!
$1 million fucking dollars.
No. That's fucking nice.
What the fuck is all going on?
I mean, as you can hear, everybody is just ecstatic. This isn't 1 million VSG that burned. This was $1 million worth of VSG that just burned. This is huge. This is going to cause a supply shock. It's going to cause a situation of scarcity. But more importantly, it's showing us just how serious these people are and just how much they're going to be pushing things moving forward. Now, this burn is very substantial, but what else I think is quite substantial with VSG is the NFT system. So what I'm actually currently doing is prepping to pull the trigger on a carbon. And honestly, it's more than I would like to spend on an NFT, to tell you guys the truth. But doing the maths, looking at things, if we're looking at 1,000 transactions a day, that's going to be around $660, right? And that in itself is life-changing. Okay, we're talking about a share of these transaction fees for life. So what I decided was I was going to pull the trigger, and this was going to be something that's part of kind of my dollar cost average tactic. Instead, investing with a dollar cost average into this NFT and then prospering later on once the blockchain goes live, once the transactions start to go through. With that $4 flat gas fee, it's going to create a situation where the chain in itself is going to be highly scalable, highly usable, and it's going to make sense to use the technology. I think VSG has an absolutely amazing future ahead of it, and the community, the ideas, the mood that everybody's kind of in is amazing, and it's such a lifting experience, to say the least. So if you're not involved in VSG and you didn't kind of jump in when we more or less brought this forward to the community, is now a good time to jump in. What I would say is definitely wait for an opportunity where there's a pullback, some kind of clawback where you can get in on a red candle. I think that's really important no matter what happens, to not try buy into something that's moving green. Even if it continues to go up, it's going to come down at some point. It's going to hit a point where it needs to come back a little bit. It needs to retest, as we've seen a few times here previously. So for me, these are pretty good areas to dollar cost average in, which is what I've been doing, and just sort of adding and topping up my bag as I go along. But these guys are growing so quick. It was only yesterday we had around 900 holders, and now we're over 1K holders. And this shows just how quickly it's growing, and the burn in itself that's just happened is going to be fed out everywhere, and people are going to get the same vibe that everybody got, that you heard in that call. And I think this is really important because we are in an attention market. A lot of A's in that sentence, but we're in an attention market. Yeah, there we go. Just say it twice, Jay. Why not? It's really important that you've got the attention of the crypto community, and burns are a way to do that. As part of the LUNC community, burning's everything. It drives the community, it keeps people involved. And if Binance stopped burning, the likelihood is we'd probably lose a lot of the people that are involved with LUNC. So it shows you how important burning is. when everything's sort of streamlined, everybody's rowing in the same direction, it's going to have a positive effect and a positive outcome. And then ultimately it's going to trickle feed out. Influencers are going to report on the burn. People like myself now reporting on the burn. There'll be shorts. And then what will happen? Crypto news influencers that specifically work in Twitter or specifically work with news articles and that side of things, they're going to pick up on this and it's going to trickle feed out. And once again, it's going to be a situation where VSG starts trending, and VSG has been trending like absolutely crazy recently. So this move, if you did get in and you were part of the Patreon, you're up nearly 2000% at this point. It's insane to say the least. So don't sneeze at the Patreon. It's definitely something that's there. It's available if you want to use and utilize that. You want to get access to these really good early placed calls. That's definitely somewhere you can get involved. Now, something else I want to bring to everybody's attention with VSG was something I actually noticed earlier today in the chat group. And if you're not part of the chat group, I'll leave links to that in the description. I'll leave links to everything so you can get to what you need to get to. But there's a trader who bought 1 million Pepe. Okay. And he has just loaded up, and he bought Pepe when it was like a $3 million market cap. He has literally just loaded his bag with VSG. And I think this is a really good sign, right? Because smart money's buying in. And if smart money's buying in, the NFTs are going off the shelf like crazy. And that's what kind of spurred me into this idea of really looking into it, doing the maths and thinking to myself, you know what? This is a really, really good idea. So what else I'm going to do here is get the transaction ID for the burn, and I'll leave that in the description so you can go and take a look at that burn. You can see that it actually happened and it's all gone to that wallet. That is the official burn wallet. Now, all of this is really important stuff, right, guys? But don't ape into anything. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a technical advisor. I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy here giving you my experience of what I'm going through in crypto, my journey of what I'm on. Over on the Patreon, I have a lot more leniency to more or less give advice as to what I'm getting involved in, what I'm buying, what I'm selling, because it's a different environment. I can't always do that here. And I think that's something everybody needs to understand, that YouTube's a very different space and place for the content that you produce. So it's really important you guys understand why those alpha calls do drop there, and I don't simply drop those here on YouTube. If you're part of the VSG community and you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, drop a comment, drop a like, hit the notifications bell. That's really going to help you out, and it's going to help us out too. It's going to help us all grow, and it's going to help us more reach more people. I'm ever so excited about this. I couldn't wait to get this video out. I couldn't believe that just happened. Now, a little scoop for you guys. There's a lot going on behind the scenes with VSG, and if you go and you look at where it's listed, exactly. There's your scoop. Think about that. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. What could it be? All I know is something big's coming soon. Guys, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.